It's my pleasure to be here with you this morning just to talk a little bit about what Boys and Girls Clubs of America is doing in STEM. So again, my name is Danielle Johnson. I serve as the Director of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics for Boys and Girls Clubs of America. And we'll be talking all about our STEM strategy, how we engage our youth, and how we'll continue doing that, going forward. So for today, we're just going to talk about a few key bullets that represents the strategy for Boys and Girls Clubs of America. We'll start out by talking about the Great Think. And can you guys hear me? Yes. We'll start out by talking about the Great Think. The Great Think is our signature thought leadership series. We'll discuss what is STEM and why is it important. We'll discuss a little bit about the STEM opportunity gap. And then we'll close with Boys and Girls Clubs responses to the opportunity gap in STEM and our solutions. And I'm very informal. If there's anything that you'd like to know, any questions you may have during the course of the presentation, just give me a hand nod or raise your hand and I'll be happy to stop and answer that for you. So what is the Great Think? Boys and Girls Clubs of America on July 31st just launched our Great Futures campaign. This is our campaign for America's youth. This is our campaign to capture the 4 million kids we serve in the out-of-school time to make sure they graduate from high school with a plan. A plan for technical school, post-secondary education, but a plan that secures their future. So beginning last September 2013, we launched our Great Think series. The Great Think series is a forum of industry leaders, club professionals, and scholars that address core issues at Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Our first Great Think was our military Great Think. We have a youth and teen center on every military installation and base worldwide, so we do a lot to support our military families. And then the second Great Think was the STEM Great Think. That Great Think was held at the Oracle campus in Silicon Valley, California. It brought together folks like Dow, Exxon, lots of industry leaders, Rocketjet, Aerodyne, again, club professionals, our community, our kids, to really see what's this trend in STEM all about? Is it something that we need to think about, focus on? Is it something that we should be engaging our youth in? So back in May, we convened the folks I just mentioned, and we really began a discussion to further that dialogue. So my young folks, does anyone know what STEM is? STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's one of the ways that we are going to approach our youth and making sure that they are prepared to be globally competitive citizens. So we'll talk just a little bit more about that. But let's talk about why it's so important. By 2018, there will be 2.8 million jobs that will become available in STEM. And as you see from the graphic, that represents a 17% overage over any other industry. So that means that STEM jobs are in demand. So let me tell you something else. For as much as those jobs are in demand, you got to think about what we're producing. We have China, right? By the sheer numbers, producing millions of scientists and engineers. But there are some jobs that we can only have as American-born citizens. So in order for America to become or to remain competitive, to fill those jobs that only we can fill, to keep our borders secure, we have to focus on STEM. We have to prepare our youth. We have to prepare them or equip them to be competitive. So just quick highlights. STEM is not just something that you do for science fair. It's a great opportunity for kids to engage, but STEM skills transfer to other industries. What STEM skills do are teach people to think critically. They teach them process skills. They teach them teamwork, collaborative work. These are all tools that you can use in any industry, whether it's STEM, it's HR, carpet cleaning. STEM skills are transferable into other industries and other positions. Again, it's the foundations of our economy. Right now at NASA, 25% of our research engineers and 33% of our scientists are ready for retirement. You know why? The baby boomers, right? That whole generation is getting ready to retire, and it leaves a big gap in our workforce. And what better way to be ahead of the curve than to prepare our youth?